blank canvas, alright? Now, if you were going to paint a picture, how would you go about showing a train? Bearing in mind that in 1851, there's no photographs, there's no television, no magazines and no newspapers, there's nothing to look at, there's no internet, no nothing. So if he wants to paint a train and show you how fast it's going, how's he going to do it?
You have to be there and watch it go first.
So if you had to speak to him, what would you tell him to do differently?
Put more clever lines in.
Most of it's just smudged and you can't really make out that much.
If you were going to paint a train, would you paint it like that, or would you?
No, I wouldn't, no. I'll make it more clear so it would stand out,
so you can
like
see
bright
it.
colours.
I would just paint it like clear.
What would you change about it? What would you
I'll
make?
change the colour. I'll make it more brighter. I think it'd be quite interesting if you like chopped it up into like, so you have like little strips of it. So I think it'd look quite interesting, like smaller.
How much do you think the painting is worth? It's probably about £7 grand. Yeah.
£50,000? I wouldn't know. Probably worth a lot in an auction.
If you were going to improve it, how would you paint it differently?
I reckon I just kind of make that a field of grass.
It's fine you asking him all these questions, but what do you think he's trying to show?
Now I'm going to take those questions as though they're all rolled up together, because to be sure my answer is going to be all rolled up together, because what Turner was trying to do is what makes his painting so great, and what makes his painting so great is why it's hanging in the National Gallery. Now let me talk to you about cartoons. Have you ever seen Scooby-Doo, or Tom and Jerry, or Taz the Tasmanian Devil? Well, you know that thing they do when they run on the spot very fast? They vanish and they leave behind themselves a blur of colour. Well, you and I, we understand that blur of colour to mean that they move very fast. But who do you think was the first person to use the blur to show speed? Now I think I know. I can't account for everybody who ever painted on a cave wall or every little bit of paper. But in the European tradition, in Western painting, I don't think you'll find anybody using it before our friend Joseph Turner. This is something he gave to the language of painting, a new way of showing speed. He raised the bar. In the same way, the steam engine raised the bar in that it was one of a series of inventions of the 1800s which changed people's idea of what was possible and raised their levels of expectation. It was so far out that people didn't think that a human body could withstand the speeds of 20 or 30 miles an hour that the engine travelled at. The steam train was a technological revolution, and Turner came along with his brushes and painted this technological revolution in a revolutionary way. He painted not what the train looked like, but what travelling on the train looked like, what rain, steam and speed looked like to his eyes. He was painting more the mood or experience rather than a scene, and this is what makes his painting stand out. The painting and the subject matter, which is the train, are linked in that they both raise the bar in their own fields. It's like the guy, when the king is coming, who blows his trumpet to herald the dawning of a new age in art and in technology. The two paintings are linked. I don't think that was deliberate by Turner, I just think that something happened because of the age in which he lived.